Hi, welcome to this very, very relaxing video. It's going to be. So if you need some release through your hips and through your chest and through your spine, this one is for you. Now I've got pillows here, so I would suggest, I've got cushions, I would suggest getting some so you can prop yourself up. It's a short little yin session. Which means you get to hold poses. That's my phone, so I can make sure that we stay for a good 2 minutes, and if you want to stay longer, of course, you can press pause. So we're going to start with the lower body, which means if you need a pillow for your head, you take it. You go, this is the way to do movement. Okay. And the soles of the feet come together, the knees go apart, and you want to feel. You might feel a little arch in your back, and that's okay. Now, if your knees are up here, you might want pillows that you can somehow get to rest your leg on, okay? Depends on how low your legs go without. Like even for me, this now becomes super passive. So there's going to be a stretch on the inner thighs. If you don't feel that, just move the pillows a little bit further away, until you feel the tissues start to be, maybe also just try bringing your feet closer or further apart. Just suited me there. And that's where you stay. You can be like this with your hands resting here. If you like an energy focus, you could bring your hands onto your chest. If you want an upper body stretch there too, feel free to take your arms over your head, and you might end up with a little bit more arch here. But as long as you can, relax into that too. We're actually going to be staying here for another minute. Well, that's just what I'm going to show you anyway. But as I say, if you wanted to stay for longer, please feel free to. Slow your breath down. Just notice the response of your body. Often the longer we stay in these poses, something ends up going, and that's why they are held. And in that case, if it does, and it goes, you actually can then move whatever you put there, and gravity will just take it a little bit more. If not, you just keep the pillows there. Please do feel free to press pause if you feel this is a good one for you and you want to stay a little bit longer. If not, we'll take one more deep breath in and deep breath out. And then to come up, just gently walk your feet further out and just knees touch and open. Just a little bit of movement to let the tissues come back. Now you might need pillows both sides, because now take your feet as wide as the mat and they're going to drop like this. So you might need a pillow under, I've gone left, my left leg there. You might need one underneath the right. If I move my right leg back a bit more, this starts to open up the front of my hip, and that's actually where we stay with this one. I don't need those actually, I quite like the drop here. My right leg is the top one, I've twisted left, so my right arm overhead. Again, I can pull it a little bit and then let it go. And now I'm efforting it, so I've just realised I'm trying to push this, and I've got to go, okay, how do I find a softness here? So there will be a twist in your back. It's hopefully not a crazy one, but it's still a twist. This is where I'm getting some opening through the front of my leg. This arm, shoulder is opening. And of course I get the beauty of just going, being able to really focus on my breath and letting my breath just be and be longer. The exhale is where I can sort of sink a little bit, and this actually starts to go, My back drops. Oh, for me, I would like to stay here longer. I really would. Because of the video timing, I can't. So I'm going to bring myself in, just check. Oh, walk that foot in. Easy to center. Little rock side to side. Before we ease it the other way. Maybe this side, when you change, you need the pillows because it could be tighter. See how I move that foot and I find the sweet spot. And I love the arm coming overhead because the space created here is just a little piece of heaven. And then and I don't think the video is going to pick this up. I would love it if it did. But outside somewhere there's some birds. I don't know if you can hear that when I go quiet, but it's so cute. For me, this side is tighter. I can feel this area here. Not really wanting to kind of let go. So it's like, okay. Just that little movement there. So I just pulled my foot in a bit and it's like, okay, maybe there it will give. Yeah, I can really notice the difference from this side to the other. And that can come from many things. Depends on if you've had an injury, a disc problem, what your sport might be. But whatever it is what it is, and you just honor that in your body. Alright, I know I've stayed here a little bit longer than the other side, so I move that foot in. I'd love to stay there longer. Gently bring it back up. So that's been the inner thighs, the outer hips, a little twist in the back. So the last thing we're going to do just in this quick one is a stretch through the chest. So roll to one side. Get the pillows. We need to move them down, and you might need another pillow for your head. But if you have a bolster, that's super good. I wouldn't use a block today because I would like it to be a bit more soft. So that goes under my chest. I don't need the pillow. Legs can knock together here. They could go straight. If your head is uncomfy, the pillow is a little bit kinder, because now we get this big opening here. If you feel your neck is scrunched, I would use a pillow. And the arms go over. And this really can be, actually I do like the pillow, very vulnerable for here. Very vulnerable. Because you're in this big arch, the chest is very exposed. Change your arms if your shoulders aren't happy. And then if your legs are okay, watch. Flop. They flop. That makes it easier for my head. Perfect. Maybe your hands, see how I fidget around until I get this place where my body goes here. This is where I'd like to stay. And I would. So again, find the softness in your breath. Notice if you are holding on to anything, because it's so easy to, and we don't even know. And then you just adjust if you are, so you can really enjoy the sense of freedom that this sort of release gives. And what I want to say is that this slower yin style stretch suits some people, and other people it's not your thing. And it really doesn't matter. You go with what assists you, what feels good for your body, and we honour that in ourselves. I can feel something in my back starting to go, alrighty, which is really lovely. I'm just going to stay here for another 2 breaths. And the thing is, again, if you want to stay longer, please press pause. If you come out of it now, bend one leg, then the other, and gently, please, roll to one side, because there is a lot of opening there. I'm going to take those pillows away. I like this one today. And then to finally really let everything go, stretch your legs, arms down by your side. Because my arm is overhead, my shoulder's just gone, in a different way. Now pull the toes back as tight as you can towards your face. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your bottom, tense your belly. Look at my hands, fists, chest, face. And then you go. Melt it all down. We're going to do that 2 more. So squeeze everything as tight as you can. Pull the legs into your body. It's like you're doing a sit-up, but you're not. One more go. Contract and release, it's called. So squeeze. Find every single muscle in your body, which you engage your face and your eyes. And then you go flop. You get to stay there. However long feels the right thing for you to do, depending on your day. Focusing on quietening the breath, allowing your mind to still, which is often more challenging than we think. And you can just go, take a few sighing breaths to allow your whole system to settle. And as I say, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. If when I stop the video you wanted to carry on, please do feel free to. If you're coming up, please do take your time, roll to one side and gently come up. See how your body feels. And if you'd like anything else done in this style, any other parts of the body you feel would be good to open, let me know and I'm very happy to talk you through it. Until then, take care.